Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today we have got a brand new Mercedes. This is the AMG GT Black Edition or Black Series, whatever you want to call it, but it is yours for 20 points in summer of Series 22. I did not forget what series number that is, no. So this thing has 720 horsepower, 590 foot-pounds of torque and weighs a whopping 3,616 pounds, so it's very, very heavy. And also it has got a front displacement, or front balance I should say, of 48% and a displacement of 3.98. That was a lot of words in a very short space of time. Anyway, having a look at this thing, it actually looks pretty good. It looks a lot more aerodynamic than the previous model did, with an absolutely humongous grille. It almost looks a bit like a mouth. But looking at the side profile, this thing doesn't look too bad. Looks like pretty much every other AMG to exist. And looking at the wing is actually pretty cool, because I think if I just move this forward a little bit, we'll get back to it in a minute, don't you worry. If we get above a certain thing, yep, there's active aero, which is actually a pretty cool. And looking at the back, aside from the giant wing and active aero, yes, I did just drive back up to where we just were, because, well, why not? This thing has got 4 exhaust tips, which look pretty cool. And going to the inside, well, we've got this massive screen in the middle that currently says AMG, but I believe it's used for info and entertainment. And also in the middle, we have got the sort of gauge cluster of just a screen with your rev meter, your speed, and G-force meter too, I believe. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a listen to that Mercedes AMG engine and go and see what it sounds like. See what it sounds like, hear what it sounds like. I don't know words. So here we are now over at the upgrade shop. Let's go ahead and first take a look at conversion, see what we've got. We have an option for an engine swap. How many do we have? Only one, but we have the option to put in a 6-litre V12, or racing V12 I should say. Okay, also it's 900,000 credits for this engine. 900,000 for an engine. We can also go ahead and make this thing all-wheel drive, it should we so wish to, for a much cheaper 10,000 credits. Now, going over to tyres and rims, what do we start out on? We start out on semi-slick tyres, which explains why this thing handles so well. I did read that right, didn't I? Did I read that as 900,000? I did. Anyway, while I recover from the shock of looking at the price of that engine swap, let's go ahead and just see what we can do with the springs and dampers. Not much, but we can go ahead and make this thing a little bit lighter. How much lighter, you ask? Well, we go from 3,600 pounds to 3,000 pounds. Thank you for letting me know I uploaded a screenshot. I had no idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and upgrade this thing to the top of S1, and then we'll take it for a little bit of drive after looking at what paints we can put on this thing. I could do that forever. So our stats after upgrading, we're at 3,393 pounds. We were at 754 horsepower with lateral Gs of 2.2, and it only cost us 19,000 credits for now. So going over to paints, we've got nothing in advance. We're going to manufacturer colours. We have got a few, so you know the drill. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different paints. This thing actually suits the name Black Series very, very well. But I think today we might rock it in a bit of a sort of, I don't know what you call it, kind of pearlescent, white, off-white, silver, some mix in between. And yes, we've got more advanced paint options on the rims than anything else cool. Now, while I've not had a chance to see this particular generation of GT, I have seen a older version of this, which did look pretty cool, but I saw it a long, long time ago. But honestly, if anybody just happens to have one of these, or a local dealership decides to watch this video for some reason, please go ahead and let me know. I would like to see one of these in person. Thank you very much. Oh, cool, it's at night. I am not going to be able to see a thing. Awesome, start race event. Let's go. I'm glad I picked a bright colour. Anyway, we're here with 750 odd horsepower, a lot lighter than we were earlier, a brand new gearbox. So let's go ahead and see if we can try and get this thing up to a first place. And out of the first major turn, we're already up in third. Okay, this might be good. Only might. There's a BAC mono. Excuse me. Out of your way. Out your way? Out of my way. What am I saying? And there's a Myers Manx, or essentially a modified Volkswagen Beetle. Let's go ahead and see if we can get past that thing. I definitely think we can with the power of this thing. Yeah. Let's see. We'll just, we'll just go and pummel it in the wall. That's the easiest way to get past. Right. So while I wasn't paying attention and crumpling into a wall, we've had this Cupra come along from nowhere and now will not move out of our way, and neither will that wall. This is, not good. This is why electric cars should be banned from racing. Or at least put in a little group of their own and kept out of this one. And great. The joys of electric vehicles. You know what, I'm just going to ignore that Urban Rebel existed and say I still got first anyway. I'm not jealous. No, I'm not annoyed. Did not go well. So after what I thought was a kind of impressive race until that Cooper Urban Rebel came along, I thought we did pretty good. But now we're going to go ahead and go to conversion and to engine swap. And yeah, we're about to go drag racing this thing, so I want all the power I can get. But 900,000, I really hope that's a typo. I really hope that's a typo. Just, that is expensive. Because I have done the math, and that is 50 Mark II. Is it Mark II? Yeah, 50 Mark II of Volkswagen Golfs in this game. Ah, good, we can twin turbo it. Cool, that was only £1,000 compared to the rest. I'll be right back. Much self-consoling over the prices of everything later. Okay, so I've done a little bit of a spending spree and a bit of rethinking every single life choice I've ever made, and the total bill is 958,300 credits for 1,144 brake horsepower. Why am I doing this? And now I go ahead and tune all of my problems away. Like I didn't just spend nearly 1 million credits on upgrades for a car. I'm fine. Completely fine. So here we are now over at the main festival. Let's go ahead and see. Wheelie check? No? Ah, come on, it could have at least been fun. Right, let's go ahead, line this thing up, and let's see what we can do. And away we go. This thing is going to be interesting. For once, it's not electric as well, which is awesome. It is very loud in my headphones, though. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and see. Do we at least get 200 through the camera? Come on, at least make it worth it. Pathetic. Well, while we go ahead and change our tyres over to something good, and I'm probably going to change this paint as well before somebody gets angry in the comments, let's go ahead and see. I'm intrigued now. What would the other engine have gotten me in terms of horsepower if I'd have just kept my 900,000 and just gone along with life? So here we are now over at the motorway, the 1,200 brake horsepower, and the engine I definitely should have kept in this thing to start with. And let's go ahead and see what we can get for our top speed run. Hopefully something good. I really hope it's something good. I don't want to have to go back to the festival again. And out of the speed zone at 248, and that is a car. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to our favourite little downhill spot where our usual camera is. We've got 253. Do we get anything quicker going downhill? Hopefully we do. 255, 256. Not too bad at all. I keep clipping into the ground. Something is just going thud. And because the intrigue will get me if I don't, let's go and find out what we can do with the other engine. Okay, here we go. 256 to beat. And do we get anywhere? 1 mile an hour. 1 mile an hour difference. Just one. Okay, let's give that another go. Some more air in the tyres. Let's see how far we can get. We've got to try and get at least a decent score. I want to get about 20-odd thousand or something. And there we go. 30-odd thousand, which is not too bad. I'm still tripped out by that. 20,000 is not too bad at all. And now we've got to go back the other way. In fact, you know what? I might just make use of the test track over here. Away we go, heading back the other way. Can we beat 30,000? Not if we do that. But let's try and see if we can at least keep it rolling a little bit. 36,067 points. Not too bad. So that is the AMG GT Black Edition with the Pagani engine. I don't know why. But yeah, it's certainly a very interesting. It's an interesting little car, and it certainly does the job very well. Although if you want to spend 900,000, I'd say go and buy the actual Pagani instead of the engine swap for this thing. But the stock engine that you get with this thing, 1,200 brake horsepower, is definitely worth keeping. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, tech out. Bye. I am never trusting an engine swap ever again.